Well, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Why Not EXP. And if you're new to this channel or just checking out what I'm doing, I'm Nima Gazai, luxury advisor in the LA and Scottsdale markets, and I have the pleasure of interviewing some of the top producers, attractors, coaches, influencers who have made the move to the eXp platform, and they share their story, why they made the move, and how the platform has changed their businesses, but also more importantly, their lives. So today I am super excited and honored to introduce one of my favorite people at eXp, and I have a ton of favorite people at eXp, but Wendy Goss, the Goss boss. Joining us from her RV, touring the country in Colorado today, right? You've been everywhere. I've been
Yeah.
following you. First it's Georgia, LA, I lose track. It's like we got to have this "Where's Wendy" tag to try to find where you are. But thank you for joining us, Wendy. Real quick resume: 20 years in the industry, digital marketer, started at ReMax, opened up her own brokerage, LV Sweet Homes, Realty in Vegas, doing 50 plus deals a year, made the move to eXp. So thank you, welcome, Wendy. Welcome. Let's jump in. Tell us a little bit about yourself just sit back and relax. This one's going to be a fun one.
Yes, super fun. I love talking about my journey and my story because I feel like I'm inspiring people all over the country when I do. Um, so yes, I'm in an RV and I have to remember what state I'm in every day I wake up, which is kind of weird. I'm like, is it going to be cold? Is it going to be hot? I can't remember. And new views and new neighbors every week. It's so awesome. And never thought I would get here, but I definitely did, and I feel like it's because of EXP. Yeah, been in the business 20 years, over 20 years, and just in the grind, selling 50 plus homes a year. That most people think that's success. It's actually not, right? Finding leverage is success. I feel like because yeah, when you're selling 50 plus deals a year, you're not really taking a vacation at all because your phone is attached to your hand at all times. And this is what my kids saw. I remember my kids saying, Mom, when you die, we're gonna put on your gravestone. Um, I'll be to heaven right after this email.
Yeah, yeah.
How sad is that, right? So, I mean, it's kind of funny now, but at the
Realtor
time,
life.
yeah, at the time, it was just like, oh my gosh, you're right. I know I work a lot. I love work. And so we do a lot of it. But anyway, moving my brokerage to EXP has been a game changer because I am not the only person. I am not the only one. I'm not the tech support, and I'm not, the trainer, and I'm not the broker. What? So I have a lot of leverage here. And now we went from just, 10 agents in Las Vegas to almost 150 now in 26 states and 5 countries. So loving this.
Talk about a global borderless footprint capability that we have. And this is big for a lot of you team leaders out there, broker owners thinking of expanding, but bound geographically, whether it's being licensed in one state and having to be licensed in another, opening a office in another part of the state, the infrastructure, the EXP platform does a great job of, should we say,
Letting you
eliminating
do
that?
that without paying the bill.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, what was the catalyst for you? Again, I talked to a lot of broker owners. I'm not making a move to this company or that company. Why would I move to this brokerage if when I keep 100% of what I make, I would be darned if I give 20% or X amount to this brokerage or that brokerage. And I understand that, right? And then every now and then you have those broker owners who say, you know what, Nima, I just can't keep up with the tech package that eXp has, or hey, I'm one inadvertent, not dotting the I, not crossing the T away from a lawsuit and I could go under, or one top agent from leaving before I go under, right? So I see both sides of the pain and pleasure point of broker owner. So what was the catalyst for you on paper, doing 50 deals a year, super successful? Why make the move? What was that watershed moment for you?
Well, it's funny because I did say no to eXp for 5 years. I was one of those people that were like, oh my gosh, that's the stupidest idea ever. Who is going to join a cloud-based brokerage? Right. So yep, that was me. Completely closed mind until, and if you're a broker that you have been for a while, you will know pain, right? So, and everybody says that someone needs to feel pain before they make a move or before they make a change, right? Because if you're super comfortable and everything's going perfectly, why are you going to move, right?
Right.
So I started to feel the pain of being a broker, not only financially, because you are responsible to pay for everything and feed leads, feed agents leads and buy all the systems, $3,500 a month for my CRM and my website that I gave for my team, right? Now it's free. So just, financially, there's that, but liability, it was the liability. I kept
Mm.
paying for people to stay out of trouble, and it's not hard to be a good agent. But for some people it is, right? And they do dumb things. And when you're a broker, your license is on the line for all the stupid things they do. I love them, but I don't want to go to court and I want to stay out of the division. So I was constantly just paying for things to go away,
Right.
right? Because I didn't want to drag my reputation through the blood and, my agents were doing dumb things. So anyway, after doing that several times in 1 year, I went to a free breakfast that Jesse Zagorski
Okay.
was.
Yep, Jesse. Yep.
It, oh my gosh, I love him. And he said, he started talking about liability. And then he started talking about how he pulled $100,000 out of his stock account for a flip. And I was like, oh, I don't
Tell
have a
me
hundred
more.
thousand.
Right.
Right. And number one, liability. Okay, that's kind of huge. He's like, you can run your team here and not be in trouble for all the things they do. And I was like, oh, because now he's talking to me, right? There's many people in the room, but I felt like he was just talking to me.
Sure.
And then I've been, running, I had my brokerage for 10 years, and I had a 401k and it was like at 22,000.
Wow.
And I was like, and I literally could spend that in one weekend on Jeep and Harley parts. So I was like, maybe I should listen because I don't have any kind of money like that, because I'm so busy spending money on my brokerage and
Right.
keeping it afloat. And anyway, and so I listened to him about that and about the liability. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I think I'm going to do it. And I went back. I was staying in a house with 10 other girls
Okay.
at this event.
Yeah.
And Linnea invited me to stay there, and I just love her. And I came back, and she was laughing that I went to the free breakfast, and I literally just went for a free
Hey,
breakfast.
no shame. We've all done that, right? We'll go to
I
that
and
steakhouse
I
and listen.
even left saying it's not like I'm gonna join eXp, right?
Right. Right.
Anyway, and I come back and I was like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to move my whole brokerage over there.
Wow.
And she's like, oh, okay, that must have been a really good breakfast. So we came back. It was a super simple process. Like
Yeah.
eXp makes it so easy. And basically, I just met with each of my agents. And this is just so in case brokers or team leaders don't know how to have the conversation with their agents, like this is what I did. I just made a list of everything that eXp has. And I went in, and I met with each agent individually. I'm a small brokerage. It
Yeah.
didn't, and basically I said, hey, we're now going to have this, you're going to have a lower split. You're going to have, a lower cap. You're going to have a lower, monthly fee. You're going to have, you're going to have the option for insurance. You're going to have stock. You're going to have, so I just started naming all
Right.
these things. I'm like, how's that sound? And they're like, that sounds amazing. Let's
Yeah.
do it. How are we going to do that? And I'm like, we're moving the eXp. And everybody, like, some people laughed, but everybody trusts me. They love
Yeah.
me. That's why they were at my brokerage. And one person wasn't happy. So one out of, whatever didn't come. It's
Sure.
fine. Right. It's not for everybody. But but it's funny because they knew I always laughed about the EXP model, and
Right.
now here we're going to it. But anyway, and they got over here and they thanked me for the upgrade. So it's kind of sad because I thought I was the best broker and had the best brokerage and I built it from scratch and it's mine, mine, mine. And that's how brokers feel,
Right.
right? So when you're talking to a broker, it's really hard because they're very proud of what they've built. It's their own. And, they could do whatever they want with it without asking anybody about anything. So that was really hard for me. But, coming over, it was like, they're like, don't worry, you don't have to rebrand your mobile she shed and your Jeep and your dad's Jeep and your buggy and your Harley. Just throw a little EXP on it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. Cause yeah, everything's wrapped.
Right.
Everything at LV Homes with hearts and homes and everything. So yeah, so it was an easy transition. We moved the whole brokerage over in 30 days. So
Wow. And that's what I love about eXp is that we make it so agent centric that hey, if it's legal, ethical, or moral, you get carte blanche as the agent to do whatever you want to do as long as it's in
right.
compliant with the state laws and whatnot. So it's all about your branding for the agents out there. You like polka dots and zebra stripes. If you're in LA and you like purple and gold, great.
Yep.
It is, you keep that branding because we want to make it about you. So that is pretty cool. So transition in 30 days. Wow. And then what has been for you and your team the benefits, the wow factor now that you're at eXp? How did that move change your businesses, but also more importantly your lives, right? Because a lot if your lives don't improve, what does it matter if your business improves, if you're making more money, right? That's the bottom line
Right.
is the quality of life. So what was that like for you and your agents?
Yeah, so I feel like one of the biggest things is broker support,
Yeah.
right? I feel like I was a good broker, but when you're busy closing 50 plus deals a year, they have to wait, right? Agents have to wait to talk to me because I'm a little freaking busy, right? Selling houses.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And coming here to EXP, like each state has multiple brokers and they're not busy selling 50 plus deals a year. They're literally sitting in this really weird little virtual world waiting to answer our questions. So I feel like that was huge because now when my agents have a question, even not just my local agents, but agents all over the country and in other countries, right? They just hop into this little world, they pull a ticket and they're asking their broker a question within seconds, or pulling a ticket for tech support or agent support that's 24/7. So like it is so cool that they don't have to wait for me,
Yeah.
So and look at all that time I just bought back. Right? I'm like, now I don't have to be the one answering all the questions and helping people with all the tech. So, and I love tech. I teach Tech Tuesday with Windy. Like, I love doing that, but I don't want to do it 24/7, right?
Yeah.
So having that leverage has just been a game changer. And it allowed me to grow from one, city to, everywhere.
And,
So cool. There's like no ceiling here.
no, so- and I'm in California, and we have, last I checked, close to a dozen
Right. You guys have
brokers.
so many.
Big states. So yeah, and within seconds, you're greeted at the concierge desk. You pull a ticket, you get broker support. They dot the I's, cross the T's, especially with the whole NAR shift a couple years ago. Just excellent service and clarification. They were there to support you. People say, "Oh, I love my broker." Well, you're gonna love your brokers at eXp.
Yeah, there's a lot of brokers to love here.
Right. So tell me a little, you touched up on growing, right? 26 states, 5 countries for the person that's not at eXp. What is what's that all about, right? What does that mean? You got agents that you're in 26 states and 5 countries. What on earth is that for the person out there that might not know what we're talking about?
Right. So when I moved my brokerage over, I had a very small brokerage. So I mean, I just moved them over and I was still crazy busy selling 50 plus homes.
Yeah.
Right? Because life does not slow down. It just got easier because now I'm not the broker. But anyway, I started seeing EXP like give me money. And I was just like, why does EXP keep paying me? Like, first it's like stock awards, right? $400 stock award, 400, 200, like all these emails. And it's like, just press accept. I don't even know what they're for. I just kept pressing accept, right? On everything. And then little checks just kept hitting my bank account. And so I was like, what is this? And my broker's like, that's rev share. And I was like, oh, yeah, you make rev share when your agents close houses that are under you. And I was like, what? And I didn't even have to sell a house and I made money. That is so cool. And it's funny that you bring this up because this morning I was just doing a post on, my Wednesday post that I've been paid on over 100 houses this year and I haven't even sold a house. That's leverage, right? So that's rev share and it's kind of exciting. So everybody in all the states, not just in Las Vegas and in the other countries, when they sell a house, I make a little bit of money and it doesn't come out of their share. EXP basically gives us money to help them build, right? So they don't hire recruiters, they have agents and and like I when I moved over, I had no intention to, they call it agent attraction, it's recruiting. But I had no intention on doing that. I said, oh my gosh, I don't even like recruiting to my own brokerage. I'm not going
Right.
to recruit. I'm literally just here for the stock and the no liability. That's why I was
Right.
here. And anyway, and then after about a year, because I kept learning about eXp and learning the tech tools because I knew, I love tech anyway. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much here. Like, why would I not talk to agents about it? This is something that I could never give agents at my brokerage because it's on such a bigger level. And so now I just kind of talk to agents about it and either they're coming now or coming later and it's kind of cool. So here we are
I mean,
doing the things.
it's life changing because you and I are both doing that, and we are sharing the model, sharing the gospel of EXP, so to speak, with people that are open-minded who want to know more about it, and it's life changing because yeah, we can sell 50 homes a year, 100 homes a year. We can help you sell more real estate.
Right,
Great, we could do that,
100%.
100%.
Yeah, and fast cap. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
My agents are doing so well on fast cap, and that's a 6-week program that I don't even have to do the training on.
Top
Right? And
producers
they're
and
opening
coaches at
escrows.
eXp do it. Yeah, yeah. And so
No,
we can help you
excellent.
sell more, but selling more real estate just makes you busier, might make you more money. It doesn't give you your time back. So the ability to
Absolutely
create that
doesn't.
organization where we think of it as a referral fee, eXp pays you a referral fee revenue share on the deals that the agents you brought on simply for selling homes out of eXp's war chest is just amazing. I mean, last year they gave back what over $200 million in revenue share to
Yep.
agents simply for introducing the model and helping agents sell real estate, things that we do a lot. So how cool is that to get that
So
freedom of time
cool.
back?
And
Uh,
as far as life changing goes, if you want to dig a little deeper, so when I would, like I said, I was still selling 50 plus deals a year when I got here. And they talked about this exit plan,
right.
which is agent attraction. And I was like, there's no way I have time to agent attract when I'm busy selling 50 plus deals a year. Right. So I decided I need to hit a higher price point, and which was super uncomfortable for me
Yeah.
because I've been in the $300,000 to $500,000 range for 20 years, but it was really easy to do because we have this thing called EXP luxury, right?
Yeah.
I have a logo that I can tack onto my brand that says luxury, which number one, that helped.
Yep.
Their products helped,
Right. It's
right?
not just the
So
logo.
their
It's not just the
products are
coloring. Yep.
amazing
Yep.
and way better than mine. Like I'm in Las Vegas, everything had poker chips and dice on it, right? Don't roll the dice when
Right.
pricing your home and
Right.
don't gamble on your biggest
Right.
asset,
Right.
right? $10 million home sellers don't like that, right? So when I saw eXp's brand, their soft touch materials, 4-page brochures, marketing plans, everything, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to help me, right? Because I
This
need
is
all the
elite.
help you can get because I am the opposite of luxury. I drive a Jeep, I ride a Harley, and I can't walk in high heels, and I don't belong to the country club. So I don't play golf, tennis, or pickleball. So I had to figure out something in some way to break into that market. And I did.
Yeah.
So because I do love tech, so there's a little bit of tech involved, but just having that, division of EXP to be able to tap into has been like a game changer. I decided to do it because that's what you have to do, right? Make the decision. And then I landed 12 luxury listings in 12 months, up to $12 million, right? And I realized I figured something out untraditionally. And now I'm just teaching other agents how to do it. So because of that, when I came to eXp, I had a 10-year goal of getting out of production, right? And it's like I said, I had to hit that higher price point in order to agent attract, which luxury is actually a pretty cool agent attraction tool. So that was a happy mistake. And so my 10-year goal turned into 3. I've been out of production since January 2025. Love it.
Congratulations.
And yeah, now I'm just helping my team across the country, land luxury listings and sell more houses and build their organization so they can have what I have someday. So I just love all of it.
And that's what it's about. Like I said, you can keep selling for the next 20, 30 years, but if you want an exit strategy to where you don't have to sell, you can sell because you want to, not because you need to, not because you need to pay
Right.
the bills, but because you have that exit strategy. I'm with luxury, and I've seen nothing like this platform out there. There are copycat models out there left and right, but what our platform is able to do with the rev share payouts, with the stock ownership, with the luxury platform, like I said, I've seen nothing like that, and at least for me and you,
Yeah, no, it's
it's
amazing. And
been of a
luxury,
time.
yeah, our luxury division is just growing and growing. We now have sports and entertainment, land and ranch, new construction, right? So there's the possibilities are just endless. You can go after anything and, just have amazing marketing for that niche. So I love that.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about what you're doing with coaching to help agents either create a higher price point or have that ability to create an organization and I like it. I compare for those of you out there who are not familiar, I compare it to the Uber model. Let's say, and let's say Uber would never do this, but let's say Uber allowed you to create a fleet of Uber drivers where you go out and you bring in Uber drivers and they go out and drop people off and pick up rides. And so Uber gets paid, the drivers get paid, but also you get paid for creating this fleet. And then they create this fleet. And so everybody gets revenue share. That's what I would liken it to. Obviously, Uber's never going to do that. I would surmise say, but this is the capability that our platform has. Glenn Sanford, genius idea of giving back to the agents. Again, like I said, $200 million plus last year to the agents. Thank you for growing the brokerage. Here's the reward for you, and let's
Yeah.
help each other sell more real estate and help agents.
I love that, and it's funny because I hear a lot of people say, EXP is a pyramid
Yeah,
scheme, and I was just like, oh, really? Well, I feel like my brokerage was more of a pyramid scheme, right? Here you are. Who's benefiting from this pyramid? Me. I'm the only one benefiting from the pyramid,
right.
right? So I feel like EXP flipped the pyramid upside down and is feeding all the agents. And
Yeah,
then EXP gets a little bit at the end,
yeah,
which is great. And
yeah.
that's why we're cloud-based, right? They don't have the stick and brick. They don't have all that overhead that they have to pay for, which is amazing because
Yeah.
I've been there and that's where, a broker is called broker than anybody else for a reason, so so now, I mean, I think I did the math and I made $72,000 more my first year here at eXp than I would have at my 100% brokerage.
Yeah. Say that again. For the broker owners that are out there who say, I get to keep 100%. Why would I give anything to EXP or ABC or this broker? Say that again.
Right.
Drive that point home again, would you, Wendy?
Right. So, yes, I made $72,000 more my first year being here at eXp than I would have at my other brokerage. Like we did the math. Lene helped me do the math. I don't like to do math, but she told me. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. But now it's even more. So instead of me being at 100% brokerage, I'm now at like 150% brokerage because I'm making money not only on commissions, but now a ton of referrals, right? Just for being on the eXp website, you get referrals. It's kind of cool. I never saw that at my boutique brokerage. Nobody knew who LV Sweet Homes was.
Right.
You know, but everybody knows who eXp is. So anyway, and then you get stock awards, right? You make money in the stock, and then rev share, and there's just so many more things you can make money at. And so I kind of feel like I'm at 150% brokerage instead of 100.
Yeah.
And when you get when you're a badass and you sell a lot of houses, you get your $16,000 back in stock, which I did, my first couple of years here while I was in production, I made sure I got that back, right? Because I don't want to give up any of my money. So that's just being here a little over a year, I had over $100,000 in my stock account. And I
Wow.
was like, oh my gosh. And it took me 20 years. I mean, not 20 years, 10 years to get that 22,000 in my 401k.
Yeah. That's
So,
Yep. Plus, as a broker owner, you're on an island. Who is who is your colleague that's helping you grow? Like
right,
at least within the traditional broker model, yeah, maybe you have the broker who's going to help you. Maybe there's a colleague, maybe there's somebody there in the office or on the team that'll help. But as the broker owner, you are like the Maytag repair guy. You're on an
right.
island on
And
your
there's a
own,
ceiling.
lonely. Who is pouring into you, right?
Right. And there's definitely a ceiling there. And that's the thing is like, I didn't think much about the ceiling until I got here because it was just like, there'd be no way I could have 150 people at my brokerage. I mean, I know brokers do it, and then they probably have 8 people that they hire and pay,
Yeah,
right, to run the company, which is great. Good for them. That's not me. And so now I could have 150 people and I don't even feel it. And I know people that, have been here for like 3 to 5 years doing what I'm doing, and they're making like 50, $60,000 a year in rev share. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm going to the top. Let's go.
yeah, yeah.
Who's going with me?
Absolutely. And for the people that are curious about that, we'd love to talk more about that. Reach out to us. Not everyone at eXp is participating in revenue share. Only last I checked, about 10-15% out of 90,000 agents are participating in that. So for some
Right.
people, that's a big pillar of their business. For others, it's not. And it's you get to choose what you focus on at eXp. No one's going to ask you or force you to attract agents. But for those who see the value and want that freedom of time and are putting in the work and effort and taking advantage of the tools, it can be a very
It's a
life
game
changing.
changer. And the fact that you just have options,
Yeah,
right? Because most brokerages, you don't have that option at all.
yeah,
And so I mean, here I am driving around the country with our 86-foot setup, visiting agents, right? Visiting my agents all over the country, having realtor classes, helping them grow their organizations, helping them sell more houses, land luxury listings, whatever they need help with. That's what I'm here for. It's just so cool.
yeah,
And, my husband, he's been in road construction for a very long time, driving truck, and it's 120 in Las Vegas. So just think about it. Road
yeah.
construction, 120 degrees, right? I got to retire him 10 years early.
Wow.
So for you people out there wanting to retire your spouse, this is possible, right? And now we're just kind of cruising around and having the best time ever, seeing places we've never seen before and
Yeah.
connecting with our realtors. So that's what we're doing, and it's so much fun.
And that's the cool thing is whatever life you want to create, freedom of time, upping your price point, you're able to do it if you're collaborating with the right people. And not only that, Wendy, but you're taking that and you're turning it around and you're pouring it into agents who are raising their hands saying, "Hey, I want to sell more real estate. I want to up my price point. I want freedom of time. I want an exit strategy, whatever that looks like." Uh, as owners in the brokerage, the collaboration that we see, people pouring into each other, because we all want to see each other succeed, and collaborations at the top, competitions at the bottom. I've never seen a more collaborative unit around me. We were in
That
college.
is so true. That was a so I didn't even realize that till I got here. And when I hopped on some of these Zoom calls, I was like, what? I mean, people, top producers pouring into everybody telling them the exact strategy and how to do things and what to use. And like I'm in Las Vegas and everybody is cutthroat there, nobody shares, nobody, nothing with nobody, right?
Right.
And and it's been like that for my whole 20 years. So I have to figure stuff out on my own.
Right.
Right. So when I got here, I was like, oh my gosh. And now I'm plugging my realtors into this amazingness.
Right.
Right. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Our little meetings we used to have are nothing compared to the Zoom rooms I am in. And it's just amazing. So
And
it's an awesome place to build.
And we were just in Cabo, you and I, and
Yeah.
1,000 other agents, and rock stars like you, Jay Kinder, Brent Gove. The list goes on. People selling hundreds and hundreds of homes a year, agents with making revenue share in the 6 to 7 figures a month, opening up their playbook, saying, "Hey, let's collaborate, learn from me. What are you doing? Rising tide rises up all ships, and that's the nature. It's a collaboration we have. I joined eXp because I was intrigued by the revenue share model. I still am. I love it." But the collaboration is second to none. You are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with, and I promise you plug yourself in, you will be in the right rooms at eXp.
Yep, 100%. I know when people say, I really want to be at a local brokerage, so I can like hold hands with people. And I was like, I'd much rather hold hands with top producers all over the country than hold hands with my competition that's
Yeah.
right here. And so that's the difference, and it makes a big difference. So I love it.
So
Awesome.
we had so much fun with this right here that we almost digressed from what you're doing with coaching. And so tell us, let's bring that back to what you're doing with the coaching and helping agents, because I want to make sure we highlight that because I know it's a big thing that you're doing.
It is.
Um,
I love it. So yeah, it was another happy accident, landing luxury listings in an untraditional way. Because when I did join luxury, I went to my first mastermind and I was so excited. I was like, they're gonna tell me how to do this and I'm gonna know how to go get that business, because I had no clue how to get there. And they told me that, you need to join the country clubs and, play pickleball and tennis and golf and take attorneys out to lunch and schmooze them so that they'll send you to their elite clientele. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is what I signed up for. I literally was in tears. And so anyway, so figuring it out a different way and it working
sure.
uh was a game changer. And then when I started talking about it online, I started seeing other realtors that either don't feel like they're luxury or don't know how to tap into that market, and way more than I thought I would ever. Like I thought I was the only one that felt like that. There are so many people out there, and so I was just like, okay, well, come on in here. Let me show you what I'm doing.
Right.
Right. And now I'm helping agents, and this literally works in every place that there's luxury. Where it doesn't work is if like you're in, a $250,000 price range and your luxury starts at 500. It just doesn't work very good there. I still encourage you to go after that, but like this program doesn't work there, but it works everywhere else there's luxury, right? So I actually built out the system for my team because I have 9 people at eXp Luxury under me all over the country. And I'm like, here, guys, do this, see if it works. And they started doing it. They started landing luxury listings. And I was like, oh my God, I created duplication.
Right.
Right. And so that was huge for me. And so then I just started helping other realtors that felt like me break into luxury and start landing luxury listings. So that's kind of what we're doing. And it was amazing when it worked for me, but hearing other people, hearing their wins is just a game changer. Like, going from a $10,000 commission check to a $100,000 commission check, like you guys have no idea how life-changing that is. I mean, if you're already cashing those kinds of checks, then you do. But, when you're grinding and grinding, and some people are, getting 5,000, six
Right.
thousand, $8,000 checks, right? When you can make that pivot and, switch your brain. There's a lot of mindset stuff. So I help people switch their brain to where, you're not thinking about, luxury home sellers are scary and that you're not luxury. Nobody's going to like you. Like it's just a bunch of head trash. So if I can, help people get over the head trash and give them the best materials and the best marketing and the best tools and strategy to go do it, it's just awesome.
And I saw you speak in LA a couple years ago, and what caught my attention was, by your own admission, you're not luxury. You don't wear high heels. You don't schmooze at the country club. You don't do all that, but you developed a system to where you were able to up your price point. I'm like, I need to know more about that. Don't teach me how you sold luxury when you were raised luxury or when you started in luxury and you've that's been you all the time. I want to know from that person who went from 200 or 300, 500,000 and they 3x their price point, they're 5x their price. I want to, you've got my attention. So that 2 years ago, I was like, that was an aha moment for me. And so what you've been doing with that is uh, quite impressive,
That's
Wendy.
awesome. I don't even think I knew that you saw me there. I
Oh,
thought we
it was
met
a big room, and you
thought we
got
met in Cabo. And then I don't remember you saying that you saw me in LA. That's funny. At Disneyland? Was it the Disneyland build?
it was the Disney bit. It was the Disney build. Yeah,
Oh, that's
2024.
funny.
Yep.
Awesome.
And again, that just leads to the credence that we have of just being in the right rooms with collaborators, with top producers, people that are opening up their playbook. Who do you have at your brokerage that's doing that for you and with you? So,
Right. And putting you on stages, right?
yeah,
So I remember my first stage was Cabo a couple years ago. And I put it out there. I said to Krista and Jesse, I was just like, hey, I want to know some books that I can listen to that can help me be a better speaker. I
sure.
want to be on stage someday and I want to inspire agents. And literally like 2 weeks later, Chris is all, Brent has room for you on his stage in Cabo. Want to do it?
No
And I was just
pressure.
like, okay.
Yeah.
I just remember everybody telling me, say yes to opportunity, say
Yep.
yes to opportunity. Right. So I
Yep.
said yes. It was the scariest shit ever, but I did it and I got up there and I think I've been on about 12 stages since.
Wow.
So it's so cool. I
Yeah.
know.
That is so
And
cool.
yeah, I, EXP, amazing. Thank you for having this call.
Oh,
I love this.
of course, Wendy. As we put a bow on this, any final thoughts to the agent, the broker owner, the team lead out there? Maybe they're on the fence. What would you say to them as they consider EXP? Or maybe they're not even considering, but they should. What would you say? I always tell people, hey, no smart business person says no to an opportunity unless they know exactly what they're saying no to. A closed mind is the most expensive thing you can possess. Say yes to the next meeting until you have an absolutely compelling reason to say no. Stuff like that, common sense stuff like that. But what would you say to somebody that's on the other side and kind of maybe where you were?
Right. So for the people that are already feeling pain, there's a better way.
Yeah,
For the people that aren't feeling pain yet, you're going to feel the pain. There's a better way.
right,
How's
right.
that?
Yeah. And if you have pleasure, well, hey, we might be able to up that pleasure.
Right. And if you're wanting to hit that higher price point, find me on Instagram, Windy Goss, your real estate boss. You can find me there and I talk about it all the time. So hit me up.
Absolutely. Well, folks, if you are watching this on my social platforms, on my YouTube channel, and you have questions, reach out to me. Wendy's my partner. We can connect. If somebody has sent you this recording, go back to them. Say, hey, tell me more. Thank you for thinking of me. Tell me more. Tell me more about eXp. Go back to that person. They'll be happy to share more. And we are always reachable. We want to answer any questions you might have so that you and only you can make the best decision for yourself and for your business. Wendy, appreciate you. I'm curious to see what's next on the next stop on the map for you.
We are heading to South Dakota.
Okay.
And we are staying on this place called The Wall.
Okay. All
When
right.
you Google it, it is
Okay.
a boondocking spot, and our RV and our setup will literally be like on a cliff.
Wow. Okay.
It is going to have the best view. So I'm so excited. I do not have anybody in South Dakota yet for
Okay.
realtors, so I'm going to find some
There you
agents
go.
and we're going to make something happen. that way I can connect with some people there. So
Lovely.
that's our next stop.
Awesome. Well, we'll see it all online. So safe travels, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
All right. Thanks.
You got
Thanks
it.
for
Bye bye.
having me.